Hi buddy, it's Alexis and today I'm gonna review for you the new Völkl Vöstra 10 300 grams. Let's go. So this racket is actually really interesting because if you don't know, I was a user of the Völkl 10 320 gram, which is the older version of this new Vöstra, and I generally think that it's still a great racket. I've been forced to change because of all of sponsorship thing and all that stuff, but I mean it's still a racket that I really enjoyed. So I have some high expectations. So now let me show you the specs and then we're gonna go onto the court and then I'm gonna go with my final rating. So the specs are pretty basic and simple. This is a 16 by 19 string pattern racket with a 300 gram unstrung weight, and the head size is a 98 square inch one. You may wonder what is the difference between the Vöstra 10 and the Völkl 10. So there's basically the red cell technology that should allow the racket to have feels without losing the comfort that this racket can provide. So the mix of both work, because you're not hurting your arm but at the same time you're feeling the ball. And personally I think it's making a small difference that was really good on the Vöstra 9 that I reviewed. The review is just up here, and they've tightened up a bit the string pattern to increase a bit the feeling. And finally, the biggest difference that you can look up here is the V shape at the end of the throat that should allows to have a bigger sweet spot. But if I'm remembering this from the Vöstra 9, yes, it's making a bit of a difference, but it's more of an aesthetic choice. So let's see, let's go on the court. On the court with the Völkl Vöstra 10 300 grams, it was just easy from the beginning. I don't know, sometimes you just pick up a racket and it's easy. Obviously, it's due to the fact that I've been playing with the Völkl 10 320 grams for a couple of times. Yeah, I just enjoyed the stability of this racket. You're getting easy depth. I feel like spin is not the main part of this racket, but I mean, it's okay. It's not incredible, but you still have a lot of feel due to the tighter string pattern, which for me makes all the difference. Just feel like, yes, the racket back then was solid with the Völkl 10, but now with the new Vöstra, it's even more solid. So stability is the main point of this racket, and when you're hitting with it, the sound just makes it, I don't know, it's just really solid overall. You don't need a dampener with this one, even though you can go with it, it's fine. But personally, I didn't go with a dampener for the whole review, and it was just fun to play with. One of the best racket that I've tried this year, that's for sure, and it's gonna be a contender for the racket of the year. So for me, Völkl did a great update, and the Völkl 10 was easy to play with from the get-go, but this one is more easy to play with. But the thing is, normally when a racket is easy to play with, it's not fun. So let's say I don't like, for example, the head boom, because for me it's too easy to play with. I lose all the fun. But this racket is not that at all. It's more like this racket is just easy to pick up. You feel like you have enough power, but you have enough feel, enough control, and enough spin that you can generate at the same time. The thing that I really like is that with the older generation, with the Völkl 10, I was always putting a dampener because I felt like the feeling of the racket or the sound wasn't the best for me personally, but with a dampener it was good. But now with this one, I've reviewed this racket without using a dampener once because I just felt like the racket was solid. It's just really comfortable. You're feeling the ball entering the string bed because the string are tighter, and it makes all the difference. A bit like the Arrow. I just like when brands are tightening up the string pattern because I don't know, I just like it a bit more. And for all of you string breakers, it might be a great addition, that's for sure. So finally, I would recommend this racket to all of you who are grinding from the baseline but that loves to have a racket that is control oriented but that can still generate a bit of spin, and when you're going to the net, if it happens, you still have the control. Feel is the main part of this racket, but it's still playable and still enjoyable. So I need to go with a pretty big rating because I mean it's a really great update from Völkl. So I'll have to go with 9.18 out of 10. So that's it for the video. Hope you have liked it. Don't forget to like, to comment, and to subscribe. And see you next time. Bye bye.